So, what does Jesus mean here in the final verse of our reading today from Luke? Truly, I tell you, some who are standing here will not taste death before they see the kingdom of God. He's just talked about the Son of Man coming with his angels in glory. If he literally means there are some of you who will still be alive at my second coming, well, that can't be the case because that was 2,000 years ago and all of the people listening to him are dead. He must mean something else. Perhaps he means that his resurrection will be the coming of the kingdom in a sense. Perhaps even his crucifixion. I mean, the disciples are hoping for a Messiah who will be a hero in the sense of a victor, a winner, because nobody likes to lose. They don't want to think of him as suffering. We feel that way today. Most devout Christians, Protestants and Catholics, despise the cross. They want victory in the world and in everything that has to do with their faith. Elsewhere, Jesus says the kingdom of God is among you or within you when he's speaking to them in their midst. One of my students at one point became a universalist. He became convinced that this book he read by a theologian who's publishing books these days made the case, he agreed with the theologian, that this book was right. And the book said, everyone goes to heaven. God would never send anyone to hell, which means, of course, it doesn't matter what you do at all. We all have the same ultimate destination. And we could say the same if there were no heaven or no hell. If we simply stopped existing, we could say, well, it doesn't matter what we do, we all end up in the grave. But my response to him, this student, was heaven and hell are among us. There are moments when heaven breaks through, and there are moments when we see hell on earth. I mean, I'm recording this right after the 20th anniversary of 9/11, and that was hell. But the response of people sacrificing their own lives to help others, the first responders in particular, that's heaven. We see glimpses of heaven and hell on earth, and that I think indicates that there's an ultimate reality to both of them, even though it might not be a physical or a temporal reality. There's something real about heaven and hell, and there's something real about the kingdom of God. Because the kingdom of God is among us, within us, and so perhaps that's what Jesus means. All of you listening to me today, 2,000 years ago, not long before his crucifixion, will see the kingdom of God if you have eyes that see and ears that hear. And even in my death and agony upon the cross, in pouring out my blood for you and in giving of myself for all, you are seeing the coming of the kingdom. Think about that.